Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to explain exactly how we would solve this problem. A company, remember, we're going to use the RDW. So you should have done this on your paper and then typed in the answer to the Google form. A company developed a student survey that students could share their thoughts about school in 2011. 78,234 students across the United States were administered the survey. In 2012, the company planned to administer the survey to 10 times as many students as they were surveyed in 2011. About how many surveys should the company have printed in 2012? Explain how you found your answer. So I read all the way through my word problem. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to read and draw to make sense. A company developed a student survey so that students could share their thoughts about school. So all that's really, I know what I'm doing, but that's just information that they're giving me to build on my problem. In 2011, so I pulled out 2011, 78,234 students across the United States were administered the survey. So this many students took the survey. I will apologize, I'm a little congested today. In 2012, the company planned to administer the survey to 10 times as many students. So I know that I'm going to have to take 78,234 and I'm going to have to multiply that by 10 to see how many students they surveyed in 2012. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change colors. And I'm going to pull out my tool of ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and 100,000s. And I'm going to put my number in there, 4, 3, 2, 8, 7. Now, this is just one of my strategies that I can use. All right. And I know if I multiply by 10, then each one of these digits are going to slide over. So I will have a 0, 4, 3, 2, 8, and a 7. Now, I know when I multiply by 10, a lot of people say, well, you just add a 0 behind the number. 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 0. Well, this is my y. And so that is about how many surveys they're going to need in 2012. However, it says about how many surveys should the company have printed. So now I'm going to have to about this. And when we about, that's how we round. So if I round this number to the hundreds, thousands, I'm going to get 800,000. If I round the number to the 10,000s, I'm going to get 780,000. If I round the number to the thousands, I'm going to get 782. So, depending on which one you round to, that's how many students that they're going to have. Now, I'm an exactist. That means that I like to have the exact number. So, since it doesn't tell me about how many, I will take any of these answers to be correct. When you round, typically you want to make sure that you have enough. So I would probably go ahead and put in here and explain, because see, if you explain your answer, then it's going to give you more credit. So the company should have printed $800,000 because if they rounded it to the 10,000s, it's going to go down. So the possibility of all these extra that we have, we're not going to have it. So the only reasonable answer would be 800,000. Yes, we could round to all of those. But if we are thinking and we need 10 times as many, if we round it down to 780,000, then there's a possibility that the 2,340 students would not get their surveys. So, in able to include this, then we would have to round to the 100,000s, because if you round to any other value, you might not have enough. So these are really good questions, the ones that I really like to do. These are ones that I like to have bonus on when we get to Friday's test. So make sure to look over this and clarify anything that you need to.